Currently, the city of Thomasville is considering rezoning to make that happen. Our Abrea Ruffin joins us now live in the Rose City with more on this new project. Abrea?
Abby, I'm told the city has about a dozen requests for the traditional neighborhood infill district zoning, and the first here along Fletcher and College Street was approved in the first reading on Monday. Take a look at your screen. This home belonging to the first Black architect in Thomasville, James Wright, will serve as a starter model for workforce housing. That's according to TCDC Director Earl Williams. They're partnering with Thomasville Landmarks to develop 5 houses on this property in adherence to the TNID zoning. The city introduced the measure last year. The traditional neighborhood infill district aims to address the need for housing in areas considered non-conforming. City Planner Kenny Thompson says they've mapped more than 500 vacant lots across Thomasville with homes that do not meet zoning requirements. Under TNID, smaller minimum lot sizes are allowed, expanding the potential for more homes in the city.
A lot of these lots already have access to the roads, to the water, the sewer, to our electric grid, and so the cost to build on them is fairly low because there's not a lot of infrastructure costs that would have to be built to access these lots. They have to meet certain architectural standards in order to build within the traditional neighborhood district.
Thompson says these homes do have structural requirements to fit in each neighborhood. He also says their ordinance requires a notice for all residents and property owners within 500 feet of a traditional rezone proposal, and neighbors can call for more information even if it does not affect your property. Thompson says this request will go through a second reading at the next city council meeting. We will, of course, follow along with this project and any other rezoning requests in the area. For now, reporting in Thomasville, Abrea Ruffin, WCTV Eyewitness News.
All right. Thank you for that update tonight, Abrea.